Hey, a lot of people have been asking me if I have any more evidence towards this whole Obama birth certificate thing. I do, and I have some on the shorthand birth or the short form birth certificate and the long form. I'm going to start off with the short form. Let me just open these images up I have pre-saved. Now, I have a couple of images here, as you can see, and they're all birth certificates from Honolulu. This first one is from Booth, and it has a stamp right here, a seal, if you will. This next one, Patricia DaCosta, 1930. It has a stamp. Here she is again. And then we have Corey James Hideo, 1977. You can't really see the stamp, but I'm going to use this image for later on. This is Obama's birth certificate. There's no stamp there. And here it is again, the full thing. There's no stamp. It's 1961. No stamp. Let's go back now. On top of that thing having no stamp, which is pretty significant in my opinion, there's also no creases on his. You'll see here there's a crease. Let me zoom out real quick. There's a crease here and a crease here. If you look at this birth certificate for Patricia, there's a crease here and a crease here. And on Hideo's birth certificate, there's a crease up here, a crease down here. All these creases aren't in the same spot, but they all fold the paper in to fit the same length. It's about that much. It's gonna fold in to fit maybe a envelope or some filing cabinet. And Obama's is in mint condition, it seems. There's no folds at all. The paper's hardly been handled, whereas these, even this one from 1977, which is after Obama's, is in pretty beat up condition, it seems. It just seems like all these that have been filed away have been folded to have this about this size. This top part will fold in this way, and this bottom part will fold in that way, and you'll be left with a piece of paper that's folded over about this size and height. And Obama's, there's nothing there. And the last thing I want to talk about for the short form birth certificate, which is very, very key, is this. If you look at this, and it's kind of, I'm going to use this image actually to show you. It's a little bit higher quality. If you come down here, you'll see it says form REV11/01. And the form here is REV11/01. And Obama's form is REV11/01. This is the date range 1930 to 1977. And here's the first one we looked at. This one is 1981, so this does have a later form number. I can't really make it out, but I can definitely tell that it's not 11/01. It's 10/05 or /06. Definitely not a 11/something. You can definitely see it's at least 10/something. So it looks like they didn't switch over to this form until after 1977. Now, on all of these forms, the 11/01 forms, it'll say date accepted by state registrar, date accepted by state registrar. On the 1005 or 1006, it says date filed by registrar. The interesting thing about that is on Obama's birth certificate, which is, if I zoom in and show you, it's 1101, it says date filed by registrar. This is completely different wording than the pre-printed form for REV11/01, which is date accepted by state registrar. Obama's is that same form number that's been pre-printed, but it says date filed by, which, as you can see, didn't come in use until this form, which didn't come in use till after 1977. It's pretty intriguing that a form that would be standard, it has a standard number here, it's standard printed for all, has wording that didn't even come into play till after 1977. I mean, that pretty much sums up how valid this certificate is. I'm going to talk about the long form now. I have two long form certificates here. Let me full screen these. If you can, I don't know how good of quality this YouTube video is going to be, but the Department of Health number below, the number below Department of Health is 6110641, and this is Obama's certificate. On this one, it's 6110637. So keep in mind, this birth certificate came into play after this birth certificate, right? Obama's after this one. If you look at the very bottom here, where it's date accepted by REG General, it says August 11th, 1961. Remember, this was before Obama's. This one, which is after Obama's, which is after this one, after the August 11th, 1961, is August 8th. Last time I checked, August 8th is before August 11th, not after it. Granted, it could have just been put in a filing cabinet and signed a few days later. It does seem very suspicious. I think the real question you have to ask yourself is, what's the difference between Barack Obama's certificate of live birth without the stamp and Godzilla's?